The Bees, a story by Auntie Nadee. Max lived in a house that was surrounded by a beautiful flower garden. In this garden, there were many varieties of colorful flowers. Butterflies, birds, and bees visited the garden every day to drink nectar from the flowers. The garden was perfectly manicured by Max's father, who diligently watered the plants and removed the weeds. Max did not have any time to help his father in the garden because of his schoolwork. One day, unexpectedly, Max's father fell sick. The sickness was so bad that he couldn't even go to work. Soon they ran out of money needed for household expenses. So Max thought that he should somehow earn some money. Max stared into the garden, wondering what to do. The bees were buzzing around. Zzz, zzz, zzz. They were feasting on the nectar of the flowers. Max had a great idea. There should be a beehive nearby. If I can collect some honey, I can sell it and earn money. Tuck, 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 tuck. Max made a bee box and placed it at the end of the flower garden. After a few days, the garden was filled with bee boxes and the bees were flying around exuberantly. Max harvested honey from the beehives, filled it into bottles, and sold them to the shop. By doing so, he was able to earn enough money for household expenses. One day, all the flowers in the garden were having a big conversation about Max's honey business. Max is doing the honey business well, but he doesn't care about us at all. He is very selfish, said a rose. We are not given even a drop of water. A pink flower spoke very sadly. Yes, look at this. See, some of our friends are going to die without water. If Max's father was here, this would not happen to us, said a blue flower. A purple flower spoke up. One day, I told a bee that Max doesn't care about us, but he just took some nectar and flew away without saying anything. We need to make a decision soon. Hereafter, when the bees come, we will sleep and not open our eyes, proposed a yellow flower. If we don't give nectar, Max will not get any honey, said the purple flower. Great idea, said a rose, confirming the proposal. As usual, the next day the bees came looking for honey. Zzz, zzz, zzz. But the flowers did not open their eyes. Time passed and the days turned into weeks. Without nectar, the bees fell dead everywhere. Without water, the flowers started drooping and some even died. Max's honey trade came to a standstill. Max wondered why this happened. His father, who was still sick and bedridden, realized that Max was in turmoil. What are you thinking, son? Father asked one day. Father, many flower trees in the garden are dead. And not only that, but the bees are also dying every day. There is no honey to sell to the shop. I can't think of what to do. Son, didn't you water the flower trees? No, father. Why? Do flowers need water too? Son, trees also need nutrients and water, just like us. If trees are treated well, we will be rewarded with lots of flowers and fruits. So, father, then why did the bees die? Asked Max. Is it even a question that the bees died when all the nectar is gone? Ha ha ha, father said amusedly. Father, I shall water the flowers and trees first thing tomorrow morning. Son, listen carefully. This is very important. We have to protect not only the trees, we have to protect the bees too. Bees? But father, there are so many of them, isn't it? Yes, there are. But do you know, my son, the bees support the growth of our trees, flowers, and fruits. Oh, really? Yes, you can read up for more information. And did you know, if all the bees in the world disappeared, people will not survive for more than 4 years. Max was surprised by what his father said. The next morning, when Max was watering the flowering plants and trees in the garden, the flowers slowly opened their eyes and started to smile. The flower garden filled with bees once again. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Max's bee honey business flourished too. Max was impatient to find out more about bees. He started reading books about bees to expand his knowledge. Remember, my dear children, help save the bees and protect yourselves. I hope you enjoyed listening to the story about the bees. I will see you soon with another little story. Goodbye.